Hello, welcome to another talk on money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand here at Master Investor. Welcome to our community. If you're new, ensure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on all social media platforms as we are providing high quality financial education to help us build true wealth. Turn on the notifications so that we know when we go live or upload a valuable talk that can literally change our finances forever. As long as we apply the information that we're learning, it's all about learning something new, applying it in our lives, and then teaching somebody else. That's how we become masters at anything. And there's always room to improve. Remember, master is a student for life. We always go back to the basics. We always go to the lab to train, to educate ourselves. We're devoted in knowledge, in the right knowledge, in following the footprints of the mentors and people that have done way better than we have so that we can reverse engineer their success. Today, we're going to be speaking about how to automate our wealth for more growth. One of the most important stages to financial independence is automating our investing. Check out all the links in the description so that you have access to our products, digital courses, and tools to create true wealth. It will take you to our website. We have 3 ebooks right now that can be beneficial for anyone wanting to create financial freedom and true wealth. The 3 ebooks are called The 10 New Rules of Money, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, and How to Invest in Crypto to Build Wealth. We're releasing our 4th ebook very soon. Stay tuned. It's called How to Raise Capital to Build Wealth. Remember, the job number 1 of a wealthy entrepreneur is to raise capital. The number 1 skill is to sell without selling, using targeted marketing and systems. A sound business is a system of systems doing the selling and selling for us using smart marketing and systems. On our website, you'll be able to find our newsletter as well for those who want to receive our articles via email. We will never have to leave our inbox to have access to our articles. We can read them right from the inbox and we can create a plan and take action, because remember, investing is having a plan. That's how we define investing in our community here at Master Investor. As you can see on our website, we have all of the digital courses. In every digital course, we're going to add more assets as we move forward. Whatever price we get the course for today, we will be grandfathered in for any other asset that we add in that course for life. In a year, 2, 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years from now, imagine how much that course is going to be worth. We're going to add exclusive interviews with wealthy entrepreneurs, stars, legends, and new upcoming entrepreneurs and leaders to give us their wisdom and their experiences in their field so that we can empower the members in our community who wishes to be like certain mentors in our community. We're going to have the biggest and the most lucrative bolt in our community here, Master Investor, of wealthy entrepreneurs giving knowledge back to the community to help us empower our finances to the next level. We need to ensure that we are accessing those individuals, and we have created a community here where we're always going to have a place to go to build wealth. It's all about taking control of our finances, learning how to minimize taxes all the way to zero, how to utilize debt, how to use the tax code and the corporate law to our advantage. A true leader, a wealthy entrepreneur and inside investor understands the different asset classes that exist. We understand that we must diversify among those 5 different asset classes specifically to have passive income coming to us, and then we will get capital gains income as well. But passive income is the goal because that's what gives us total freedom. Go to our website, and remember, as we added more assets into this digital course, we will be able to have access to those assets at no additional cost. So go get in right now, because the price is going to change very soon, and we want to lock it in for the lowest price so that we can have a bargain with that asset. Okay, we're going to literally have a win-win, because we are accumulating assets for free, literally assets that will put money into our pocket. Okay, right now we have the ebook. It has 49 chapters. You'll get that digitally. You can review it or read it through the phone app, and you can also download the personal financial statement that we have there, which is the most important step, we believe, because a lot of people don't know where they are financially today, and we need to create a plan to where we want to be. And we need to know where we are today in order to know where we want to go. And we need to understand how's the cash flow flowing inside of our financial statement. So we have a blank personal financial statement that can be downloaded into Excel, and we can fill it in immediately. And then we will be able to figure out our finances and understand the 6 basic words of a financial statement. Income column, right? That's one. Income, expenses, liabilities, assets, cash, and flow. And then we have a mutual agreement for finder's fees, which is important to also have in our arsenal of tools to become wealthy, because as we're meeting new networks, new people, we're going to open up doors of opportunities for our networks as well. We're going to bring 2 people together, and if a transaction happened because we brought 2 people together, or more than 2 people, more than one, to make a transaction, we should be able to capitalize on that transaction as well, okay? And it's only ethical and legal to do that in this mutual agreement that is universal. All we have to do is add the names of the parties, the date is renewable every single year, we sign it, and the percentage that we're going to get for every sale that we bring into the table of those networks, okay? A lot of people leave money on the table. They tell people to buy this, buy that. They do a lot of marketing of other people's products, and they never end up capitalizing on the gains of that transaction. We should at all times, okay? Always be closing, ABC. And we will find companies online that we don't need a mutual agreement for finder's fees, because they already have an affiliate program. And all we have to do is go through the small application that they have, enter our company's name or our name, and we'll be able to partner out with other people's products, and we can begin to sell their products. We don't have to, and a lot of the products are subscription based. So when a client comes in from our marketing efforts, then that client will begin to pay for that subscription, and we will earn a percentage every time they make a payment. So it becomes passive income. That client now has become a paid partner of us, and which is creating passive income. Okay, we want to have as many people in our database. That's why it's important that we show up to network marketing events, that we go out there and we not only show up, but we actually introduce ourselves and we approach strangers. That's the point of networking, is to approach people that we don't know and provide value to them, okay? And I know it can be difficult, but remember that everybody that's networking they also have insecurities, and we have to go in with confidence, and we build confidence by being disciplined, studying, reading, expanding our mindset, our vocabulary. That's where we build confidence, when we feel good about ourselves because we are committed to our plan and we're executing that plan accordingly. We're not missing one day. We have everything planned out every single hour, every single day. We have a plan to fulfill, and we're committed to do so. So we feel good about ourselves. That's where confidence comes. But everybody, regardless of how big they are or how famous or how wealthy the person is, we all have fears or insecurities. And when we know that, then we can approach life and networking much better, even when we may be shy. Okay, so understand that it's all about building rapport with value, and we have value in us because we have simply lived. So automating our wealth for growth is very important. The summary of today's talk is beginning with our why can help us clarify our financial objectives. We can relieve ourselves of the way of minutiae by automating our investing, delay gratification to achieve financial freedom, acquire assets to pay for liabilities and any expenses. Many people find that they have a lot of questions when they first start their journey to financial independence. The majority of them are related to the methods for reaching financial success. We will discuss 3 essential ideas for being wealthy in today's talk: simplifying, automation, and concentrating on the basics. It seems easy, doesn't it? Yes, it is. Blocking out all extraneous sounds and distractions is the goal. We can make rapid progress toward our financial objectives by concentrating on these fundamental ideas. Easy money. Asking ourselves why we want to become financially independent is a good place to start. Money isn't the only consideration for many. It is about total freedom, security, and independence from anything or anyone, particularly when life presents unforeseen obstacles. The best thing a true investor can do is to continue to invest in financial education and self development to improve daily. The next best thing is to stay active in the game of investing and hitting our financial goals. Then we have to ensure that we have all the systems in place for each asset that we control so that it can run and grow on pure automation. We know that investing is having a plan. Many people do not have a plan, and that is their main problem. We strive not to be an average investor by continuing to get the proper data from the right mentors and sources we have in our networks. And we have to get to the homework. We have to do our due diligence. The most important words in the business language are cash flow, as we learn here in our community. And the second most important words are due diligence. And it requires us to get that information and seek the right mentors. We need to figure out what we want out of life. What is our main mission? What is the things that we want to leave behind after we're not here? We have to prepare, and we have to reverse engineer our entire life if we truly want to manifest our dreams. Okay, we have to have a plan, and we have to be very calculated with everything. And every day counts, every second. So let's take every moment that we are alive with purpose, because we do have a purpose. Find that purpose by spending time alone in understanding what is that we want out of life. Why are we doing what we do? Our why is strong and unique. It can be vacation, family, or just the comfort that comes with having a stable income and having total freedom. Whatever it is, hold on to it as we go out on this adventure. Understanding our why provides us with drive to persevere through difficult times, eliminating unnecessary things and concentrating on what really counts are key components of simplifying our financial life. Invest automatically. Knowing the basics guarantees we are developing on a strong basis, and automation helps us stay on track without having to micromanage every dollar. Let's now discuss practical ways to automate our riches. Transparency is the first step. We have to tell the truth about our financial condition. Remember, one of the main differences between the wealthy and the poor is not only the way we spend our free time and how we spend our time overall, but also we know the difference between facts and opinions. We measure return on investment with facts. That comes from the financial statements. And we put the opinions to the side because the opinions may never happen. So we always go with the facts. That way it's a calculated risk. We know exactly the exit strategy. We know how much money we're going to get back, how fast we will recoup our initial capital back, and how much we will continue to get after we recoup our capital. And we're going to reach infinite return on investment, which is that moment where we recoup our capital back and we have no money of our own invested in the deal, but that deal continues to bring cash flow into our pockets. That is infinite return investment. And we must go with the facts every single time. Consider similar to a physical at the doctor's office. Before we can get well, we must know where we stand. Here, budgeting is essential. It's not about saving, neither when it comes to budgeting. If we're going to be doing any saving, it's to fulfill a business plan, is to put that capital to work in a sound investment. Savers are losers. If savers have no plan and all they're doing is saving money in their bank or under the mattress, that is a losing strategy because money is not longer real money. It was separated from the gold standard back in August 15 of 1971 by President Nixon. That's when he separated the gold standard from the US dollar. And the reason why we did that is because we are a country that imports more than exports, meaning that if the dollar is attached to the gold and we're importing products from China and other countries, then we're giving our gold away to China and our enemies in other countries. And by now we would have been depleted of the real money, which is gold. And that was the best thing a president could have ever done because it gives an opportunity for all of us to create wealth fast. Not only because we have technology and artificial intelligence, but because money is created with debt from thin air. That's why the United States is over $31 trillion in national debt, and it's not going to stop. That means that the more money we print as a nation, and as the world continues to print money, because majority of currencies worked just like the dollar, with debt. So it works with debt. The new economy is with debt. So that means that the more money we print, the more debt we print, okay, the higher the inflation goes. We enter something that is called hyperinflation. So it's not about shrinking or learning how to live with less. It's about mastering how to create more cash flow by doing less, using systems, artificial intelligence, and technology to quantum leap to wealth. We accumulate cash flow and assets fast with debt because debt is leverage. Debt is money. Money is created with debt, and that's why debt is tax free. And a lot of people don't understand that point. So they play with the old rules of money. That's why we created the 10 new rules of money ebook and digital course. Make sure you go get it because we need to have the right rules in order to win the game of money. So it's not about shrinking. It's not about living below our means. It's about actually the very opposite, about expanding. It's about growing. It's about living above our means. We can always create more. We can always acquire more assets. For every liability we want, for every bad debt we want to create an asset that will pay for the costs and expenses of that liability so that it's free at the end. It's not costing us money. It's the asset that's paying for that. And the asset is solving a problem in the world. So it's a win-win partnership for everybody. So we deserve that passive income and we can do whatever we want with that income. And of course, we want to have a plan for that income. So whether it's to put it into the liability that we want or whether it's to reinvest it into a different asset class, we have to have a plan for every dollar that we ever have. Or even before we have it, we have to have a plan for it. And remember, it does not take money to make money. It takes financial education to make money, make money. Without financial education, a person can have $1 million in front of them and they cannot make money with that money because they don't know how to. That's why majority of people go broke after they win the lottery because they have the poor context and they have the wrong content to begin with. So they end up losing the money because they're operating with the poor mindset. They don't know how to invest or multiply successfully. It is not about eliminating all enjoyment. Rather, it is about knowing where our money is going so we may spend without feeling guilty. A budget helps us see where we are and where we want to go financially, much like a roadmap. Setting financial objectives is a good idea if we are aware of our current situation. What do we hope to accomplish? We need a clear goal, where, whether it is to retire early or explore the world. Draw out where we want to start and where we want to finish. We must define our purpose in life, figure out our mission, and have big enough whys that truly have meanings and are hard to be able to overcome obstacles and failures. It will help us create and leave a true brand when we have a strong why behind of what we do. However, that is something we all must find within and by seeking knowledge that makes us feel alive and aligned. We know what it is by listening to our intuition or gut. Spending time alone, writing our thoughts and ideas down, and creating a winning business plan will be important to embrace these wealthy habits that make all the difference. We must reverse engineer our ideal scene. What do we want out of life? It is a question to give some thought and shape along the way. By developing the skill to learn fast from reading the right information, it will be critical too. Next, establish a schedule and make a plan for getting there. Knowing our route makes the trip go more smoothly. Just like when we plan a road trip, setting defined objectives helps us track our development and provides us with something to strive for. Investing is having a plan. Without a plan, it's not investing but gambling. In this procedure, automation is our best friend. We relieve ourselves of stress by automating our investments, invoices, and debt repayments. Imagine being able to concentrate on the big picture while a system takes care of the details. What is a sound business? It is a system of systems doing the selling and telling for us on automation, with targeted marketing solving a problem in high-end, widely demand. Automation makes sure we keep on course even when life becomes hectic, and consistency is crucial. We can set it and forget it with automation, letting our financial plan function seamlessly in the background. It takes more than just numbers to manage our finances. Emotions are also involved. When it comes to money, many people battle feelings of shame and guilt. It is critical to confront these emotions directly. Recognize the reasons behind our spending. Is a tension, is a boredom. The first step to breaking these behaviors is realizing that they exist and address the issues. Figure out where we're going wrong when it comes to our money habits. We may steer clear of typical mistakes and make better logical judgments if we comprehend the emotional aspect of money. Understanding delayed pleasure is crucial to accumulating wealth. It simply means choosing long-term benefits above short-term temptations. Consider this. Would we prefer a candy bar right now or a whole candy store down the road? That is the attitude we ought to strive for, making sacrifices now in order to reap larger gains later is known as delayed gratification. This characteristic is shared among millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, and beyond. For every liability we want to have, we must first create or acquire a cash flowing asset that will cover all of the cost and expenses of such liability. Basics of finance. Budgeting is one example of a useful tool that can have a profound impact. We can spend our money guilt-free when we have a budget because we know exactly where it's going. A budget to invest, not a budget to save money. Remember, savers are losers and good debtors are winners. We have to get in as much good debt as possible, and we're going to have bad debt. Of course, as much as possible. But first, we're going to use good debt and assets to pay for any debt that we get into, and we can have any bad debt that we want because we have the proper business structure that takes care of all of our expenses. Everything is on automation. Everything is working with systems because a sound business system of systems, as we learn here in our community. If we have a question, make sure you drop the question in the comment section. I will come back and answer them and give us your feedback. Okay, if we're learning something, write down what you're learning. If you want to, address something, make sure you drop your feedback below and let us know how we can have a dialogue about what we're learning today. We can wander freely because we won't get lost, much as when we have a map in a new city. We can make sure we are saving enough to meet our objectives and allocate our resources effectively with the aid of a well-planned budget to invest. Although investing may seem difficult, it doesn't have to be. Keep it super simple. Let us dissect it. Accounts come in a variety of forms, including taxable, brokerage, and IRAs, whether it is retirement savings or keeping cash on hand for unforeseen chances. Everything has a function. It is essential to diversify our investments among the 5 different asset classes that exist. Remember, we have 5 different asset classes that anyone can invest in, and we are building products in high quality financial education to address all of those asset classes. That way we are investing with confidence and we have the right tools to create wealth successfully among those 5 different asset classes. Avoid taking on too much at once. We can lower risk and improve our chances of success by distributing our investments over several asset classes. Real estate and syndications are 2 examples of the different investment kinds that can be included in a diverse portfolio. Spreading our risk and improving our chances of a healthy return are the goals. Consider it similar to having multiple subjects in school. Being good at more than one field can help us in the future. A wealthy entrepreneur and inside investor, we are generalists, no specialist. We hired a specialist. We are generalists. We know a little bit about everything to be able to talk to the specialists and make them work together. And that's what we do. We know a little bit about everything. We don't want to become the specialist. We hired the specialist. We know a little bit about everything. We have a team of smart people working to fulfill the mission of our company and continuously hit the vision and financial goals of our operation. Bringing smart people together to work to solve a problem is something that is possible when we have the right leadership in us, and we need to do that through self-development and financial education. It's something that we must commit ourselves and be devoted to do all the time. It is essential to diversify our investments, avoid taking too much at once, like I mentioned at the beginning. Make sure that we are doing less and making more. We have to come in with a wealthy mindset. Okay, we don't want to become employees of our businesses. We are the chairman of our businesses. We're not the CEO of our businesses. We want to put people and systems in place as soon as possible so that we can create passive income even when we're not working. We can lower risk and improve our chances of success when we invest in different asset classes, and we can also protect ourselves from down economies and, of course, inflation when we do that. Spreading our risk and improving our chances of a healthy return is the goal that we're going after. Consider it a way to beat inflation and stay ahead of the curve by having a plan. That's what happens when we know that the economy goes up and down, and we're preparing for any type of economy, and we have assets and different asset classes that produce passive income and capital gains income too. Those are the two types of income that we can get from investing. Here at Master Investor, rule number one in our community is that we work to build passive income and multiply money through sound investing. And when we do that successfully and we respect that golden rule, then we will also get capital gains income. But specifically one passive income, because that is what gives us true wealth and total freedom. It comes in at all times, not just one time. For instance, equities may have greater growth potential than real estate, but real estate might deliver consistent cash flow, even in down economies. Finding the ideal, because people still need to put roof over their heads, right? Even in down economies. Finding the ideal balance for our circumstances is crucial. Everybody's wealth number is different because everybody's lifestyle is different. Everybody wants different things. That's why we need to figure out what is our ideal scene. How much is it going to take to have that ideal scene? We're going to reverse engineer that, and we're going to accumulate as many assets to pay for that ideal scene's cost, whatever that cost is. It doesn't matter how much it is. We can create it because we have the knowledge to raise capital, to put a winning business plan together. That's what we talked about yesterday. What are the 4 keys for a winning business plan? Make sure you go back and listen to that live stream and talk that we had. We also uploaded it to our podcast, and we covered the fundamentals of writing a winning business plan to raise capital and how we can turn our ideas into a profitable business, which starts with a plan. An interesting aspect of this trip is that saving and investing are done for reasons other than simply building wealth. The goal is to purchase cash flowing assets with that money. These assets, such as dividend paying stocks or rental properties or businesses or cryptocurrencies or commodities or paper assets, bring in money for us. Remember, there are 5 asset classes that we can invest in today. Number 1, business. Number 2, real estate. Number 3, crypto. That's the newest asset class, crypto. Number 4, in crypto today is a currency that is recognized by the United States and among other leading countries around the world. So crypto is the new money in town. We can pay each other with crypto. We can make payments to other businesses as well. So crypto is a more volatile market, but is very lucrative when we know what we're doing. Number 4, paper assets. Number 5, commodities. Our rule number 1 in our community is that we work to build passive income and multiply money and sound investing. Then the positive cash flow and the capital gains income can either be utilized to sustain our lifestyle or reinvested to increase our wealth even further. It is similar like growing a money tree that bears fruit every year. We want control over our assets. Control is more important than ownership. Now we combine control and leverage, then we can quantum leap to true wealth, which is also tax-free because we will be using debt to invest. Remember, all debt is tax-free according to the law because debt is money and money is created with debt. The global perspective cannot be disregarded. Although having faith in the American economy is admirable, it is a good idea to think about international assets as well. International diversification can create new opportunities and shield us from changes in the home market. We can capitalize on trends that aren't available domestically and tap into growth in emerging areas by searching outside of our country too. With technology and artificial intelligence, it's even more easy than ever to do it today successfully, to invest in different countries and different markets, etc. What follows? What occurs then once our financial objectives are met? Once we achieve a certain degree of riches, life doesn't end. Indeed, it creates new opportunities. We will be surrounded by people talking about projects and ideas that could actually make a difference. The opportunities that wealth generates are more important than money alone. It enables us to live life on our terms, follow our passions, and change the world. We will learn the value of purpose as we accumulate wealth. Financial success frequently follows when we concentrate on what really matters to us. Money may be a tremendous weapon for good. It is about what kind of people we are becoming that matters. The passion and energy we offer can result in amazing accomplishments. Just like when we find a work we love, having money allows us to live a fulfilling life with purpose, whether it means spending more time with loved ones or contributing to a cause that is important to us. Keep in mind that there is more to this trip than just numbers. It is about creating the life we want and being able to live it freely. We can automate our wealth and realize our financial goals if we have the correct attitude, winning business plan, and resources. We have to have mental and emotional strength because we will need it to get through the obstacles. Being a wealth entrepreneur and inside investor requires tremendous fortitude. Are we prepared to make the initial move? Become a member of our community at Master Investor and let's continue this thrilling journey together. Lastly but not least, the holy grail is to create passive income for nothing and tax-free legally. That means we have recouped our initial capital invested back from our investment, and we continue to collect passive income because we control the investment still. That is also known as infinite return on investment, money for nothing. We must be using debt, the tax code, and corporate law to minimize our taxes to zero. Let us know if you have any questions about today's talk. We're going to come back and answer all the questions. Start investing in high quality financial education by reading our financial ebooks, the 10 New Rules of Money, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on, and how to invest in crypto to build wealth. Check out all the lucrative resources and tools on our website. And of course, head over to our newsletter so that you have all of the articles that we are publishing every week in our inbox. It's a great way to go back to reading what we need to be reading in order to build true wealth. It's going to be a reminder every time we publish something. I need to get the plan going. I need to have this done. I need to learn about this. I need to learn about that. Our financial education is literally the best out there. We are creating products that empower other people and helps them raise their financial IQ. That's how we solve financial problems, okay, is through financial intelligence. And the only way we can get that is by having financial education. Everything is evolving, so we need to adapt and be flexible. We may need to unlearn what we learned last week to learn something new, and we have to be okay with that. But the basics of business and investing, we must have under our belt. And that's what we're learning how to do inside of our community at Master Investors to build wealth successfully for now and for the longevity, right, of our lives and the lives after we're here for generations to come. We want to create something that everybody wants to become part of, that the people that we're selling to also want to sell that product for us because it's that good. Make sure that we are focusing on building passive income and we start investing with a plan. Don't do it without a plan. Otherwise, it's too risky. And remember that investing is not risky. It's the investor behind the investment that makes it risky. So the question is, are we an average or are we an inside investor? A lot of people will end up following the steps of an average investor because they don't invest in the financial education. The most important thing we can have is the knowledge of business and investing. That way we can utilize it to raise capital. We don't need money to make money because we can raise capital. We don't need our own money. We can raise other people's money, OPM, other people's money, OPT, other people's time. We're using leverage, we're using control, we're using debt, we're using the bank's money. We're raising capital. A lot of the deals that we put together will be 100% financed with other people's money because there is tremendous amounts of money, infinite amounts of money in the world looking for deals to grow. So we need to go back to the basics, learn how to put a deal together and attract money. When we know how to read financial statements and we have a deal and we can present it through a winning business plan and we can show them the cash flow analysis, the money will find us and we'll find the money. Let us know if you have any questions, and thank you for being here today on this amazing talk about how to automate our wealth for growth. Bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Subscribe, like, and share. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. And remember, we want to be in as much debt as possible because that's how we minimize taxes all the way to zero, because debt is tax-free. We want to use debt to invest, okay? And debt can be in the form of credit cards, or it can be friends and family money. It can also be the bank's money, private investors, etc. Many ways of OPM, other people's money. We need to learn how to raise capital because that's the job number one of a wealthy entrepreneur, and the number one skill is to sell without selling using smart marketing and systems. And that's how we automate our wealth. We need to make sure that we add in the right systems and have the 8 integrities of a successful business. We talk about the 8 integrities inside of our digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. We explain it inside of the cash flow triangle, which it details the 8 integrities. And the 8 integrities are mission, team, leadership, cash flow, communications, systems, legal, and product. They have to be established properly in a business in order for that business to become a true brand. If one of those 8 integrities is missing, the business will fail, most likely within the first 5 years, if not the first 3 years. A lot of business don't make it after the 5th year. So make sure that we are acquiring assets that have those 8 integrities. And when we build an asset, we have to establish them from the beginning, okay? And they are all important. It's not just the product that is the most important. So we need to have everything well put together so that the business can become a true brand and not a commodity, something that's here for a little bit and it goes away because somebody else is doing it better and somebody else has the legalities in order and all the integrity. So make sure that we are protecting what we have, and we do that by putting the legalities in order. So adding intrinsic value and business integrity in our products is critical for them to become a true brand. Intrinsic value means that we are protecting our assets. We have registered the logo or trademark the logo. We have a patent. We have intellectual property. Everything is legally protected so no one else can take it from us. And of course, business integrity means that the business is raising capital from the front end, from the end user, because we're solving their problem. And of course, it's so well put together that it raises capital from the back end, from investors that are interested in becoming part of our business. All right, I'll see you on the next, or talk to you on the next talk, and stay extraordinary and wealthy. Bye for now.